Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari here today with another Action Taimanin video. So, I wake up and I see that they have teased more stuff as far as the Kirara and the Ingrid, so we're just going to look at a couple gifs and that's going to be the video. I do have Tak here on the call, so we're just going to give our opinions of like what we see here and send you guys on your merry way. First, we're looking at Kirara, because as everyone knows, I'm literally living inside of her boot at this point. So the first thing I want to talk about when it loops back around is that her ability to actually freeze. I'm so excited about that. What do you think, Tak?
Well, that's actually pretty cool that she actually has she has the effect that she can freeze enemies. That's actually pretty. That's like gonna be something unique to Kirara's gonna have. And the fact that
Yeah,
you have her supporter S5, it's kind of like you really are banking that her green build is gonna be really good.
yeah, I did really bank into it, but at least the supporter gives her that passive freeze too. So I feel like it's gonna go so good with her. I don't think it's gonna be must have, but it's gonna be like, cause freeze stops
It,
Emily.
yeah, yeah, because like because from what I've seen from the Kirara supporter, yeah, it does stop the gun completely from stopping from the hitting her, but I could actually see Kirara being actually quite viable for PvP. I'm just hoping she actually perform like if she's not gonna be broken at the very least, I want her to be like a A tier at least, for my opinion.
No, she needs to be broken. She needs to be Ingrid. She needs to be the best
I
waifu. But I feel like she'll
I
at
want
least be something to at least deal with Emily. It depends on how much you can freeze, because like right now the supporter freezes, but it doesn't freeze like enough to keep Emily locked down. You know, she can still get out of it. So I hope with her abilities, it actually, you know what I mean?
yeah
Like it
like
just stops them
yeah
long enough for you to get the kill.
yeah like I just generally hope that at least every like all her color builds have some sort of freeze inside of her, like not just one color. Like I actually do want to hope.
Yeah,
That's
that
kind of
would
the one thing
suck
I'm.
if like her freeze was like only blue, and then everything else did other
Yeah,
stuff. She needs to have it on
yeah,
her whole kit.
yeah. I'm kind of like hoping for her to like that's one of the things that's gonna make Kirara unique and to stand out of the rest of the cast, just because like if we compare to the other characters, like Asuka basically becomes a hybrid, and then you have, I believe, you basically have Asagi just like stops time, and then you have Rinko with her Virgil like playstyle. So I really hope that this is like the this alone is enough to basically separate her from the other girls. They're like, oh, she's not just like another melee beat 'em up character like Sue.
Yeah, and that's another thing I worry about with her is when we look at her though, because that this right here that she's doing, that little four hit, that's I believe if I remember correctly, isn't that her actual basic attack from like the
Y-
leak that happened? I think that part of it is like
Yeah,
this right
because when
here.
she uses that, I don't think so. Because the thing
No,
is,
no,
like,
the jump thing. I'm pretty sure that was her like that 1, 2, 3. That I don't know.
oh yeah, yeah, like yeah, that was probably, yeah, like the jump thing. Yeah, that was like in the leaks like we had before.
Yeah,
But
I think that was her
yeah,
basic chain. So it looks like it gives a good amount of hits done because he's kind of.
yeah, like he's stuck there like for a while, so it's like that's actually pretty good.
So I'm just worried because you know you're gonna have to basic attack at some point. That's why I worry about it because I don't want to have her like run up to a character like Shiranui and then try to hit it and then get smacked because she doesn't have hyper armor. But it does look like she has T-Rex arms going on. I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty close to him.
Yeah, she kind of does, but it feels like I don't think she's gonna have like almost like Asuka basically without her Taimanin arc. Basically, she's gonna have like a she looks like she's gonna have like a good like auto attack, but I don't. I would probably be afraid if she does have like the T Rex engine what like Sakura has, but we'll see.
Yep, doesn't matter. I'm gonna play her. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna move on from Kirara. We're gonna go to the skank everybody wants to see. But yeah, I do hope they like take advantage of the freeze. I agree with you, and we'll move on. All right, so here we go. Here's Ingrid, everybody. Everyone wants to see this. There, you got what you wanted. Okay, the video's over. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming on, Tack. No, seriously. I don't know what's going on here. Like I think that might be her basic, and that just looks like Renjenka. The stab, that
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that reminds me of like Asagi's like her all green skill basically. It just looks similar towards her. I don't know if like that like it doesn't look like it gives like a debuff or anything because when you saw Kirara's it gave a debuff, but like it's probably gonna be like a different color just so like it doesn't like it's exactly like Asagi's, but it's
Yeah, it
it
does. Like it looks
yeah
just like
because
her skill. It's weird because I don't want her to be a clone.
yeah because like what I'm looking at so far besides that one skill, it looks like because the one thing I'm afraid that people are gonna have like they're gonna have this thing with Ingrid is that Ingrid is much more fun with like Asagi, but like if I really don't want her to be a clone just because that like we already have a power creep Asagi, which was Coronite. Like that, just the fact that we get like another like version of her would be kind of boring. But the fact that she has like these like when she slices, she has these like these particle effects, which like it just seems to me like she has like much more like flair when she swipes her sword. But other than that, like I just honestly hope she doesn't become like an Asagi 2.0 or 3.0 at this point.
Yeah, I agree, and it would suck if like it would be cool if that lightning did something, which we can't really tell here. But like it would be cool if it gave some sort of, I guess like a paralysis effect or just something like a stun or anything to make it feel different. Because right now it does just look like kind of like just Asagi beating on them with lightning, like with black like a black lightning aura. And like I'm not trying to crap on her. Like I don't have anything against Ingrid really that much, but like it just looks like Asagi to me. Like especially that right there. That's literally the green skill. That stab.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, basically the stab.
and I feel like they could have done like something more. But this is only a few of the skills. Like obviously this isn't their whole loadout. So I just find it weird that this is what they chose to show. I do like that thing at the end of that chain, but like I said, I don't know what's her basic attack. But like it's coming up now when she does like this and then like that little Shiryuken and the
Yeah,
lightning come down. That looks cool.
yeah, like yeah, like that yeah, like that like that slice at the end is basically like it shows like almost like a final blow, and then like the shadow like kind of like the like her flame literally attacks like right after. It's almost like Renko's except it's not like ridiculous. It's just only it's like just one slice basically.
Yeah, I will say this. She looks like she'd be good. Like if this that there is her basic attack, it looks like it'd be cool if you play her like as a beat 'em up like Asagi, like you said Asagi 2.0 or 3.0, because it looks like she covers a wide arc when she swings. So she'd be able to just like hit multiple enemies and like really just beat on them and not care. But the thing that makes Asagi good is Kojenka. We'd have to see Ingrid's dodge to
Oh
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
because yeah, because Ingrid's not gonna have Kojinka. That's the one thing that's gonna like basically break her and Asagi like what makes them different. So the fact that she's not gonna have Kojinka is like it's gonna be what is gonna be like the main reason of picking up Ingrid besides like like she's your waifu, but like what's the difference? Like I want to see what they're gonna do, like separating her and Asagi, basically. Because right now, from what I saw the gifts yesterday, it's just that she looks like basically a new version of Asagi, basically.
yeah, yeah. You're right. They need to. Like, I'm sure they'll do it. I'm sure they know this already. But yeah, they need to have like what things that make characters special. Because like right now, like Koronai is like the queen of crit. Kirara's gonna be able to freeze. Sue's thing is super armor. Emily's thing is just sitting there. She has that sweet drone, but everyone has like their own thing, is what I'm trying to say. And right now, it's just hard to identify what Ingrid's thing is. Like I know in
Yeah,
the boss fight she heals herself. She has like a regen ability, but I don't know if that's what the character itself is gonna have.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she has some of the moves that are in her boss fight she has because they did do the same thing with Oboro, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do that with her.
That'd be bad though, because Oboro to me feels like
Yeah, she feels like she wasn't like she was just like let the fans have her and like they didn't do like a lot of thinking for her. That's the thing.
Yeah, it does. It feels like she's kind of a throw together, and I know people who like Obro are gonna hate hearing it, but she just like I'm not saying she's bad. I've seen good Obro gameplay. It's just that it just feels like it's more of a copy paste from the boss fight, and they needed to do a little bit more to her. At least make her animations go faster because I hate that she poses before she does anything. That's weird to me. It just doesn't need to be there. She's like, I'm gonna strike a pose.
Yeah, I genuinely hope that Ingrid just has her own like, oh, like this is the reason why you want to play her. It's like this is like why you pick her over Asagi just because she's good at this specifically that Asagi is not. But if you want to play like, oh, you want the Kojika, go play with Asagi. And then the same thing with Korra Knights, like what's the difference between when this was before Ingrid basically came out. Korra Knight can attack twice and she basically like she has like this like she's a lot faster and she's a lot more rapid fire, but she does not rely on Kojinka. She just hits things twice and then she hits hard at the same time. With
Yeah,
Ingrid, I kind of want to see like she hits hard, but she has something that is unique to her that it's only going to be her having it.
yeah, same. Like, another thing I wonder about at this point, because we're kind of done, I think we're done talking about them. I'm going to go back to Kirara for a little bit because I want to look at her. But I think they need to, like, we need a date at this point because they've been teasing these characters now for, like, what, 2, 3 weeks? And
Like
now, like,
this is
I
the
just
thing.
want them now.
Yeah, it's already been 2 weeks. I'm guessing they are gonna be dropping next week when the merge happens.
I hope so. Like, at this point, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're just like keeping us hyped by like leaking little teasers here and there, and they're gonna drop them like later in the month, or if it's gonna be right away when the merge happens. Like, but it's good that they're giving us these teasers because this is way better communication than we've gotten so far, and I hope whoever decided to do this keeps doing it because this is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, because the thing is like after what happened the update this week, the hype kind of went down a little bit, but this will probably bring it back up again, just because that at least they're giving us some communication that the fact like, oh, just because you guys didn't get anything this like for the past 2 weeks from the last updates, you still have these two characters coming up, and then we don't know what's gonna end up happening like next week. They may end up just like throwing like, oh, like here's another like, oh, we're gonna throw here's an event. Here are the two characters. Here's their pickup gotcha for their weapons, and then bang, there you go.
Yeah, we literally don't know, and it's like it's just, oh my god. Like, the tension is just building, because at this point, like, I really want Kirara. I've also had people, like, in my YouTube comments, like, this one guy told me to bite the bullet and buy Ingrid, just because people want to see her. It's like, guys, don't worry. Even if I don't get Ingrid, one of us will, so we'll have Ingrid
I will
videos.
most. I will have Ingrid. It's just that the thing is though with that is that w- the thing is though when they come out they're not going to be like we need at least like two like at least a week or two to play them fully and like at like level 70 into at least with some amount of investment with their skill points just to see like how good are they, because when you compare like because if we just put oh day one and like they have like just like literally like when we're gonna get our characters we're gonna be like like trying to level them up to 75 as quickly as we can so we
Yeah.
can get like what free to play players want are gonna look for these characters.
Yeah, because if we buy the bundles, we want to take that 2 week time to actually prepare the characters, so we're not just showing you some whole ass level 1 gameplay. We want to show you guys, like, you know, real gameplay. So it's gonna take like a little bit, but I know for Kirara, there's a bunch of AP pots with her name on them, so I'm gonna grind her
Yeah,
like really fast. I'm gonna
and
just
probably
play
one
till
of the
she's
things.
75.
Yeah, like I'll probably do the same thing with like a second that I get Ingrid to 75, I'm probably gonna immediately grab Kirara. But the thing is though, it's like the thing is before I go and grab her, I need to figure out like I need to test out all these other color builds because people are gonna be wondering like, well, what is the best build? What is the must build to go for PvP and PvE? So we just have to wait.
Yeah, and we have to test PvP too, which, ugh, oh, I hate PvP now. It's just all invincibility and Emily. It's so lame now. It was so much better when the game first came out.
And Core and I now.
Yeah, hell yeah, and Kurenai, yeah, Kurenai's freaking parry all day. God, I hate that skill. It's so freaking, oh. It makes me want to go buy Kurenai just to use her. Because she's so good. Like, then there's, like, when people say Kurenai's an OP, I'm like, okay. But yeah, that's going to be the video. We'll swap back to Ingrid real fast so we can look at her while we close out. You got anything else you want to add before we end it, Tech?
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so yeah, that's going to be everything. Like, at this point, guys, we've had 2 weeks of not radio silence because they've definitely been teasing us, and I feel like a literal cupcake dog where they're just holding them in front of my little doggy nose, and I can't actually eat the cupcake, and they're just laughing at me. That's how bad I want these characters to come out. But we're just gonna have to see what happens. Like, at this point, I don't know. I can't say what they're gonna do. I appreciate that they're teasing though, because at least we're in the know. We know that they're coming. We're getting some sort of look at their skills. Like, yeah, they're short gifts, but that's all we really need. Like, that's all I was asking for, was just some sort of hint at what's coming. And for right now, my advice pretty much remains the same as yesterday. Keep farming your event. Make sure you're putting your gems away. Because these waifus are going to be here. I don't know if it's going to be at the same time, but they are coming. So be ready for it and stay hyped because, yeah, Ingrid and Kirara are on the way. I want to say thank you for coming on, Tack. You know, I always appreciate your input. And with that, you boys and gals have
Yeah,
a great
no
rest
problem, Ari.
Yeah, thank you. And with that, you boys and gals have a great rest of your day. You have good luck in the gotchas and in the arena. And you all go ahead and take care, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.